a shaky voice, drawing his attention back to her face. She tried to extricate herself from his arms, but he'd have none of that. "Blood," she said, averting her gaze. Ugh. There was more going on here, and she needed to get checked out right away. Since he was on his way to the hospital, he decided to take her with him. "You're not okay," he said again, a statement, not a question. "You're coming with me." "No, I'm not." She pushed against his chest, her mess of hair falling into her eyes again. Mocha eyes. Just like the dark blend coffee he loved so much. "Listen, I'm fine," she insisted, and when he loosened his hold, her legs went right out from underneath her. Damn it. He pulled her to him again, bundling her against his body, and she shivered in his arms. The November air was brisk, but he feared the shakes were from shock. A paper cup tumbled by as a gust of wind funneled down the street, flipping the cover on one of the numerous textbooks she'd been holding. More car horns blared as a sheet of paper took flight, and he cursed under his breath. But he wasn't about to chase after it, not when she needed him more. And fuck the traffic. They could damn well wait. "Are you always so stubborn?" Without waiting for an answer or asking for permission, he scooped her up and walked to the passenger side of his car. Christ, she weighed less than the crystal paperweight his friend had given him at their graduation from Yale a few years back. "Put me down!" He caught sight of her bloodied knuckles as she gathered her hair and moved it from her cheeks. "You have no right." Her voice fell off and shocked surprise lit her big eyes when they finally met his. Her gaze was dark, intent on his face, those little golden flecks fringing her pupils, dancing in the noonday light as she stared. He couldn't be sure if the alarm was because he'd picked her up and was carrying her to his car, or if she recognized him. "You're—" Apparently it was the latter. "Braxton," he supplied. "My friends call me Brax." Seattle was a big city, but as president and owner of Skyweb, his face was splashed in enough papers that his name had become a household one. Seattle's most eligible billionaire. What the fuck ever. "No," she said. "That's not it." Of course that was it. He opened the car door, pushed his cell phone to the side, and carefully set her into the seat. Did she have a concussion? He took in her large pupils. Damn it, they were dilated. His heart nearly seized. Shit. He had 2 experiences with head injuries. One was the time Adam Zink called his mother a whore, and they got into a fistfight on the school playground. That stunt landed him in the ER, and a night playing board games to help him stay awake. The second experience was with his grandmother, and that incident had ended worse. So much worse. "That's not it," she said again, pulling his attention back. Her eyes narrowed like she was searching the recesses of her mind. Maybe she was trying to place him. She served him on a daily basis from behind the coffee counter at Uncommon Grounds. Seeing him out of context like this could be throwing her off. Or she was going into shock from trauma, which scared the living shit out of him. "It's Braxton," he said again, wanting to keep her awake and engaged in conversation just in case. "I was born Parker Braxton 29 years ago, and I'm still Parker Braxton today. But you know me better as Grande Americano, extra shot." Why was it no one in Seattle could make a cup of coffee quite like her? As she stared at him, like she was trying to wrap her brain around something, he grabbed her seatbelt and slid it across her body, his knuckles brushing her small breasts. Shocked awareness raced through him at the intimate contact. Jesus. She drew in a quick breath, her big brown eyes stark against her pale skin as they widened, and he tried not to notice the awakening of his body as he fastened the belt around slim hips. What the fuck was the matter with him? He'd just hit her with his car, and now he was thinking about what she'd look like in his bed. "She's too sweet and innocent for me." Yeah, she definitely wasn't the kind of girl who'd know the score with a guy like him. The women he got involved with understood the rules he lived by. Sex was for pleasure. Love didn't exist, and no woman was worth the price. That price being $5 million. He scoffed and thought back to the Bachelor Pact he'd made with 5 men from their Yale secret society. You walk down the aisle, you pay each man one...